I'm about to make pizza with freshly milled hard white wheat flour. Hard white wheat flour. Okay, I can talk. Alright, so I have this recipe here that I printed from, it's pizza crust with freshly ground wheat. I was trying to find the name of the person that made the recipe. Oh, the author, Mary Rose. I've done this recipe a few times now, and actually turns out very good. So, it says I need a 12-inch cast iron skillet and a stand mixer, which I never use for this. And then in a bowl, add water, yeast, and sugar. So we'll start with that. I need 1.5 cups of warm water. So I'll be right back.
Did you got it? I just need warm water.
I'm going to put that in my wet ingredients bowl here. Okay, check. So yeast and sugar. So 4.5 teaspoons of active dry yeast. I can only find my half teaspoon measuring, so that means I'll be doing 9 of these in the warm water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. And then the sugar, which says 2 teaspoons. So 4 of these. 4 of these of sugar. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, I'll mix that together. Might need, there, I got this one here. I'll let that sit for a minute. It says next, I allow that to bloom for 5-10 minutes, so I'll just do the other stuff while I'm doing that. Add rest of ingredients and knead for 6 to 8 minutes. So let's add, oh, I can't add the oil yet. Well, here's what we can do. I'll use this other small bowl to do the oil, the salt. No, I'll put the salt with the flour. So we'll do 2 tablespoons of oil. Do I have a tablespoon? I think it got put back wrong. Hold on. It did. Okay. That's where all my measuring cups are. I got all my measuring cups now. Alright, I got 2 tablespoons of oil coming up. 1, 2. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this away so it's not in the way. It's kind of big and bulky here. And then I'll do the flour, which it says 4 cups and 2 tablespoons. And since my container here has kind of got a small lid, I'm going to use half cups. So that means I need 8 of these and 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to make them nice and even. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. Sorry about that. I just had to talk to my 3-year-old. So I did 5. And then I have 6 7 getting to the bottom here, hold on. 8, and then 2 tablespoons. Get a clean one here. 1, 2. Okay. So they got whistles from VBS, and they've been whistling all over my house. Salt. How much salt? 2 teaspoons of salt. So I'm just going to use some of this. I like to put this in my water for just like a pinch in my water cup to help keep me hydrated. Works really well. So 2 of these, right? 1, 2. Okay. Go ahead and put this back in the cabinet. And close up this flour. I'm going to go ahead and mix the dry ingredients together here. I didn't really time it, but I feel like this is probably bloomed. It's even got some bubbles in it. So I'm going to say that it's probably good to add the oil. And I'm just going to scoop it out with this. Make sure I get all of it in there. Okay. Mix this together. Make sure I got the salt like evenly mixed up here. I can smell that yeast actually. Okay. I'm going to pour this in here. Once again, I want to make sure I got all of it. Nothing that's settled on the bottom. And I'll just sort of mix this together. Oops. I lost a little bit of flour. It's okay. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and use my hand now. Get in there real good. And squeeze it between my fingers. So, this is what it looks like at this point. It looks a little dry right now. I'm going to go ahead and start reading the next ingredients here. It says I should knead it for 6 to 8 minutes, allow to rise for 30 minutes to an hour, and then I can finish making my pizza dough. So, this is really dry actually, which maybe I just overdid the flour a little bit. Sometimes I feel like that can happen. So I'm going to add just like a tiny bit of warm water, not very much. Maybe this is a half a cup, so I might do half of this, so a fourth. Okay. Maybe I won't even do the whole thing. I'm just going to start out with just a tiny bit and see how that goes. Because this freshly milled flour, it really soaks up. It soaks up liquid. Like, really soaks it up. So, in everyone's house, temperature is different, you know. So, and it might be different from one time to another on this recipe. Yeah, I am going to use the whole thing. It's just too dry. We got these bowls from my in-laws for our wedding gift almost 11 years ago. We're coming up on our anniversary soon. This next month. It'll be 11 years of marriage, and we've been together for about 12. So, alright, I'm just going to keep kneading this for a while, and then I'll shape it into like a little ball, and then, then I'll let it sit. I'll put a lid on this and let it sit for 30 minutes. Put my timer on. Okay. I got it into a nice little ball there. Add the lid. Okay, let's set the timer for 30 minutes, and we'll be back. Okay, let me show you where this is at now. We have 11 minutes to go. I'm preheating the oven at 400 degrees. That's what the dough looks like, and we're going to try something different this time. Usually I do it in my cast iron, which is what the recipe calls for, but I had an idea. So I went ahead and greased this stoneware with oil, some olive oil, and I think I'm going to try it in here and see how it turns out, because usually I have to do 2 pizzas with that amount of dough, otherwise it's just too thick. So instead of splitting it into 2 cast irons, I'm going to do it in this and make 1 big square pizza. So that's exciting. So while we're waiting, I'm going to use this that I got from Aldi. These that I got from Aldi. Turkey pepperonis. I got these cans from Costco. Organic mushrooms. And I have some shredded cheese that I got from Aldi as well. And we'll be putting that on too. And you know what? I have some jalapenos from my garden. Max, you want jalapenos on your pizza? It's fine, or you or okay. All right. So I might do some jalapenos on our pizza. So okay. So I'm gonna add onion and jalapeno too. So I'm gonna cut up my jalapenos. And then wash my hands very carefully, or like very well, because the other day I cut up jalapenos and I ended up touching my eye later. And I think I even washed my hands, but apparently not well enough because it burnt. Okay. Just realized you can't really see that, can you? I don't know if that will stay. Hopefully it's different. $40 a month. It might be like $42. If you tab over and check my email, just go to Gmail. It should automatically populate. It'll tell you. Just search the name. It should populate. I'm only going to do this on half because the kids will not want jalapenos on their half. Okay, this is an onion I chopped a couple days ago that I had in the fridge. It looks like it's still good, so I'm just going to chop it further down into smaller pieces. And we have about 7 minutes for this to rise, the dough. And the oven's still preheating, but I think it should all come out right about the same time, which will be perfect. Let me take this piece and toss it in the compost pile, or compost jar here that I keep on my counter. Okay. I should add some fresh herbs to my sauce, because I have some. And, you know, maybe I should use them for more than just decoration. I have basil, and I think that's oregano, but the marker that I had on it, I don't know what happened to it. It was a popsicle stick with the writing on it of what herb it was, and I'm pretty sure it's oregano. Okay, so I got some onions here. I'll go ahead and drain out the mushrooms. Okay, come with me to collect some herbs. So we have, I'm pretty sure this one is the oregano. That's basil. So I'll be honest, I don't know how to do this like the proper way. So I'm just going to pull random leaves. It smells so good though. It really does have a good scent to it. And then I'm going to get some of these oregano leaves here. I do need to look up how to do this correctly, but that's for another day. That's not for right now. Okay. Got a handful of herbs here. I'm going to go ahead and put those down on my cutting board and start kind of chopping those up, and I can use that in my sauce. This might not be the correct knife for this, but I don't want to dirty up another one, so we're going to go with this one. Okay. I'm going to kind of break these down a little further, actually, and take the stems off. Should have done that to start with. Okay, I have chopped up herbs that I can put. I might just spread those on top. Okay. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start 3 minutes early with the dough and punching it down. And that was my oven preheating, so that is really good timing. Really, really good timing. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and plop that down and get a little extra out of here. Okay, now I'm just gonna start like kind of, because this is a bigger container than the cast iron. So, punching this down, trying to make it fit the container without putting any holes into the dough. Well, I'm excited about this actually. I think this is going to turn out good in this container. Just have to be careful about how I am spreading it here. I feel like I need to smooth this out a little bit. Maybe I have to just get my hands wet and then kind of smooth it. Yeah. I don't think this by any means has to be perfect, but I do want some semblance of a crust on the sides here. So I'm going to kind of push all the way up. Okay. Right, let me show you that. Have it nicely punched down into the pan. And now I'm going to pour some sauce. Maybe. My hands are sticky. It's a little slippery, so let's just go ahead and pour about half of this. Yeah, that's plenty. I'll put the rest in the fridge. Gotta grab a spatula. I'm gonna smooth out the sauce. And let me go pull the cheese out of the refrigerator. Got some mozzarella. Lots of cheese. I'm going to save some for the top too, to cover it whenever this is done. Okay. I think I'll just go ahead and spread some mushrooms now. Probably should have done those herbs first. Too late now. That's okay. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle the herbs. And then on half of it, I'll do... Actually, you know what? I'll do onions on the whole thing. I'm just going to do half with the jalapenos. I'll do this half with jalapenos on it, too. A little bit of onion on the other half. The kids don't love the onion. Well, my 3-year-old does, but the other kids don't love the onion. They don't love the mushrooms either, but here, I'll just move some of those mushrooms over because I love them. They might not love them. I love them. I love all mushrooms. All of them. Their side looks really boring, but that's what they like. Boring. Okay. Now for the pepperonis. Yes, you can watch me, but I'm making a video, and you don't got no pants on, so you need to go ask Caden to put pants on you first. No, I can't, because I'm making dinner. I'm gonna load this with pepperonis, turkey ronis, whatever, and more cheese. I'm gonna eat these last two that fell out. Now we're ready to go in the oven. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this in here. Got that in it. Nice in the oven here. And let's look at my recipe again. It says 20 to 30 minutes. So we'll probably, I'll do 25. And then we'll check it and see how it's doing in 25 minutes. Okay, we're about halfway, and this is what the pizza looks right now. Looks like right now. Yeah, you can see too. It's not quite brown enough yet, so we're gonna have to cook it a little bit longer. Okay, let's look at this again. All right, I think it's almost done. Don't touch, it's hot, bud. It's almost done.
Can I see?
All right, well, thanks for hanging out with me in the kitchen.